Hello and welcome back to the channel, here for yet another league race, this time in the DGL F1 league, and today is the season finale. We are here at Abu Dhabi at the Yas Marina circuit to conclude what has been, I think, 20 rounds? There's been a lot in here for sure. Yeah, I think it's been it's supposed to be 21, I believe. Then it was knocked down to 20 because we missed one due to some sort of session. But here, it's been a long season, started back in August. But the first flying lap of the final race is going to be a 35.6, which is pretty bad. But oh well. We move on, you know, we just see what we can do here. Of course, I won the Drivers' Championship last week, or yesterday for you guys, at Spain by somehow getting a podium starting P10. And now here today, the Constructors, it is still possible for me and Reds to somehow clutch, but it's very unlikely. If you look at where Racing Point are with Zero and Funky Fox. But as always, we're going to give it everything we can, see what we can do, and go from there. This is of course the final race, so we will see what's possible really. My previous performances here haven't been the best, I won't lie. I think I've only raced it actually once before. It was in CSGB for their season finale of season 2. Second, and then I think like 8th or 10th or something in the second race. So wasn't the best, but we move on now to start our final lap of the DGL season. One of the last qualifying laps of the annual year for me. It's been a good couple of 4 months, but it all comes down not to this. We have 2 races after this of the year, which I think is quite a few races for you guys. As you look through the first sector, then I was a little bit scared to use the curbs there, sort of turns 2 and 3, because I wasn't entirely sure if you can use them. But you can see we are actually down in sector 1 by 64 thousandths of a second. Possibly get the wrong line there through turn 7 as well, and you can see definitely not the neatest of exits at all. The car is all over the place there, just kind of desperate to find time, because you can see we're currently down in P14. We're below drivers that we're not normally below. There's no disrespect to them, but I you know, we all have our own standards that we like to set. As we get out of the chicane, actually quite well this time around, and head down towards the triple chicane. I think it's turns 11, 12 and 13, no, turn 11, 12 I think. You see we are 2 tenths up despite the horrendous exit out of the hairpin. Again, just goes to show how bad that previous lap was from me. As we now head down towards this, I think, triple right-hander. You got these 2 flat ones before a very awkward corner here. You want to hook up the apex, which I know I completely missed on my first lap. I go through now the second 2 of those, and then mash down the power, heading all the way down. Another car up ahead of us, but luckily, I don't know who that was there. We get out of our way nicely through the final corner, then missed a little bit wide of the apex, and then we go up to the line. And we jump into P10, as it with a 34.4. We found 1.2 seconds on that lap. And I'm pretty convinced that all came in the final sector, because I actually hit the apexes. Whereas in the first time round we did not, and it was horrendous and terrible and all that stuff. But it's going to be P11 at the end of that. We don't even make the top 10 for I think the second time in DGL. I think Hungary we were P11 as well, on the wrong setup, and this time on the right setup we're still absolutely nowhere. Heading into the race then, of course, we get from whatever tyres we want. So the game has suggested we go for medium, medium, soft. I think we're going to try and sneak double soft into that. Yes, we are. Going to be 12, or we're going to try 13. It's going to be set for 12, which is just under halfway. However, 9 and 7 should be possible on soft tyres. So let's get into it. 5 lights coming on then. Of course, we are the lead driver on the medium tyres, and the lights are out. And we are racing here in Abu Dhabi. So we get a pretty good start there. We actually beat our teammate off the line. We were wary of the Haas behind us, but then into turn 1. I think Adam tries to stick his nose up the inside as well. So we have to stay quite wide, and then around the outside of turn 2, one of the Haas is off. That's Rooney off to the left. We managed to stay ahead of Adam now as we're heading downhill. Red's gone past Willow. As we head down then into the chicane, we thought about a little bit of a dive, couldn't really come across anything. Then Adam once again tries to stick his nose up the inside. We're going through the chicane. Jack also trying to get involved. But the VSC then is going to be deployed here. We didn't lose any places, so that's good for us. Now you can see being 5 seconds above Delta here. So I'm pretty sure everyone is just flooring it at this point because everyone has so much time to get kind of exploit. I can't really remember how it got to 5 seconds, but it did. So we're going to come down. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to cut it off there for the first lap. Then we're going to look at the replay of the start. You can see the lights going out. Actually, Wario on pole this time around. No, he's very stubborn with his number with a 24. There's actually 3 of us in here that use 24. It's myself, Snookster and Wario. You can see the Red Bull there did get up at our insides through the first corner, but we managed to just clean drive around the outside. So we're going to jump forward all the way to lap 3 now, right up behind Willow in the Alfa Romeo, and you're going to see a lot of him in this race, so do keep that name in mind. I'm heading down into the first chicane, or technically the second on the lap. We're down to turn 8, we're not quite close enough this time around. And we have to clatter the inside curb at turn 9, so we're not going to be able to do anything. Now on the run, down towards the second chicane, you can see likewise here. We're not quite close enough, so we'll just have to sit behind the Alfa Romeo for now. Bit of a lock-up as well. As we head forward another lap, you can see he's now caught right up behind our teammates. But unfortunately this does mean he's going to get the DRS, but he's got a pretty bad run there out of turn 9. Once again, it seems to be using just all of the battery power he has to stay ahead of us. It may just be he's running lower wings, I think it is, gives you more straight line speed. You can see that all the way through this final sector. We have no one behind us. We've got Jack and Snookster who started down at the back, thank you to Quali Van. Down then, pretty much to the hotel section now. You can see Willie just trying these sort of very audacious moves on my teammate. And Red's having absolutely none of it. Now we're going to come into the final couple of corners here. You can see Reds has thankfully shaken the Alfa Romeo a little bit. Kind of let us get right onto the back of him. They have a mistake from both of us there through turn 21, I think it is. So we're going to head through turn 1 now. Our goal here is for Reds to pull away. And we just got to stay right up behind the Alfa, who very nearly loses it through turn 3. We have to slam on the brakes to avoid contact with the Alfa. Heading now through turn 5. We're very desperate to get past at this point. You see another mistake there. The soft tyres will be dying on pretty much everybody around this point. Lap 5. They will only really go to about lap 7, I think, maximum. But this time, not really a fight from the Alfa. We're going to easily pull up alongside him on the run down towards turn 8. However, he is literally going to fight us, limit straight line speed, and then backs out into turn 8. So we are going to outbrake him. Go a little bit deeper as we try and cut back. We receive a punt from behind, and looks like someone doesn't like being overtaken. So we're now going to drop all the way down, I think, to P12. We cut across Adam there, so apologies to Adam. If my rejoin wasn't the safest then, I was a little bit flustered, which I know isn't an excuse. We're actually to check behind us because I had no idea where he was. And now covering off down into the chicane. Luckily we keep P12 for now, but that was very frustrating. You see here we easily ahead, and we turn in to take the corner, we just get spun around. I don't know if he loses the place as well, so we have to be a little bit patient on the rejoin. Luckily no wing damage as we jump forwards now to lap 6, and he is in the wall, so I guess a little bit of karma there. Hit looks like he's caught the inside curb at turn 4 or something. Then we jump forward to lap 7, we have the guy that chased us to the championship all the way right up behind us now. You can just see he was about 1.5 seconds behind us when he exits the pit lane. He's now right up behind us here. So as we come out of turn 7 at the hairpin, he's right behind us, and we're obviously not going to fight this whatsoever. Much faster than us despite the similar tyres. As we jump even further, actually no, this jump forward to the end of this lap. He's gone past Grayson as well, who we're now going to try and get past. Heading to the penultimate corner, he cuts the corner and then just runs miles wide. I probably should have given him more space there on the rejoin. I wasn't entirely sure what he was doing, but he said he was trying to let me past after the race, so fair play to him for that. I guess he just wants me to drag him along, which I'm fine with as long as he's not getting in my way. I don't mind dragging someone. Yeah, if that's the situation. You can see now though, I believe we jumped ahead of Catboy Kai, who is now right up behind us. Wario stayed ahead. We're heading down to the treble chicane. We physically jolt to the right just to let him know, look mate, I have zero intention of fighting you right now. So just let him go ahead back down into P6 then. As we head forward to lap 9. As we come out to the final corner, the car once again just deciding doesn't really want to be our friend, so we've spun, no idea how. We have to get a penalty for a severe collision with Grayson, which none of us understand. I've even seen his POV of that, and he doesn't hit me. But it kind of looks like he does. You can see the car snaps, I catch it, it snaps the other way, and then it looks like he just punts me around. He doesn't, that's just the timing. I lit up my rear tyres as he narrowly avoided me. But yeah, that's all that was. I got a 5 second for no reason, which we're going to have to serve. We now have Smithy right behind us. You can see a little bit tentative to pass, just staying behind us. I wasn't going to fight him anyway if he had overtaken me, and then I would have got DRS here. Of course, that line there is DRS detection. You can see we don't defend, we just skate to the outside and let the Ferrari have the place. He's running up the front. I have no reason to fight him with how my race is going so far. Of course, 2 spins. As we jump forward a lap later, he's now on the back of Adam. Did the same thing as last time. Adam's seriously going to fight him here. There's a very heavy squeeze there, and then down into the chicane. We're going to close up a lot as the Red Bull goes a little bit deep. There's a very compromised line, and then spins up the rears, loses the back, but does catch it, so we have to leave a little bit of space for him on the inside. That's back up into P5 now. And we're going to just see what we can do from here, of course. 2 spins so far. Racing isn't exactly going the best. We're going to pit now on lap 14. We did extend by 2 laps, but we're still planning on going soft. I had the slight feeling I was going to sort of extend a little further, like maybe lap 16, 17, and then put soft tyres on. But I think because of the 2 spins, unfortunately, it wasn't possible. The road's just a little bit too warm, but you can see 5 second time penalty has been served, which means a 2.7 second stop. So I don't know what the game is playing at that. That's not a standard 2.6. But oh well, you know. I'll let him off a 10th, considering we got that 5 seconds as well, which was it was undeserved, that 5 seconds, because there was no contact made between myself and Grayson. But oh well. We move on to lap 16. Now, as we catch up to the back of VSMT, Will, one of my esports teammates, he's left now. You see, I'm not sure what his plan was here. I think he tried to let me go before the detection zone, which he did, in the hopes to come back at me down into turn 8, but you can just see him on fairly worn hard, on brand new soft. He didn't stand a chance. And on the exit of the hairpin, we just get much better traction. And bear in mind, he does a DRS now, that's how the gap's coming down a little bit, but obviously we can brake later into the chicane. And then on the exit of turn 9 or whatever it is, we can get much better traction there. As now we get past Adam into turn 1, puts us up into P9, and Storm's retired on the pit straight on lap 17. And we're just going about our business before a safety car has been deployed, and this annoyed me. As always, safety cars come out when I'm having the most fun. But we're going to pit now for another set of soft tyres to take us to the end of the race. But yeah, I wasn't too happy, I won't lie. Because of course, I was going to have some fun at the end of this race I think I was catching Grayson by a second a lap before the safety car came out. And obviously now, well, we have caught him, but of course we cannot overtake for another couple of laps. I believe it is going to be P10 now when we rejoin. See, front wing's fine, the tyres are a little bit worn already, I think they're from qualifying. As now we prepare to go racing, we're in P10 on lap 20 of 28. So we have 8 laps to go here. There's a couple cars behind us as now we head into the final corner, get ready to go racing then. We've actually got a fairly decent restart for once. No, Grayson hasn't left us, but right behind us we have Will. It's the driver that tried to be sneaky with us at that first chicane not too long ago. But now they're going to give everything they can here as we come out. and then run down the hill towards the chicane. You can see he's on the outside, he's going to absolutely send it. Massively breaking himself, but he's still there. We have to leave space through turn 6, then into the hairpin at turn 7. You can see he has pulled off possibly the best overtake I have ever seen in this game. Like that, it caught me massively by surprise, caught me really off guard. You can see we're trying to fight it now down into turn 8, but there's nothing we can do. That he has pretty much sold us there, so fair play to him. But we probably won't see him again now because he left my league. He also left DGL as well as my esports team, so probably won't see him again, but oh well. As now we're going to head down. We're going to defend from Willow all the way down into, I think, turn 11. Force him a little bit wide. Really, you know, I was hoping to kind of go forward here as we get hit again from Willow. Like, this guy seriously needs to learn how to race wheel to wheel, and I do not regret saying that, because I seriously mean it. It's now twice in this race he's hit us. We were very lucky to hold on to a spin that time around. But going back to what I was saying, we were hoping to sort of attack forwards in this sort of restart here, also with Grayson, I think Adam and Jack. I was quite confident I could get 3 of them. But as you can see here, we're absolutely sending it around my outside at the first chicane. And then into here, just look at this move. Oh, you don't get to see it unfortunately, but it was a switchback of dreams. And you see it's not the best camera angle, but you can see it's definite contact there that we just not managed to hold on to. Because now we jump forward to lap 22, so the next lap into the chicane. I think Willie tried to not switch back, but we're not going to have any of it this time around. Will has also gotten past Grayson, which I really wanted to do, but this time we have another car right up the back of us. We're going to go defensive here, but there's nothing we can really do. Clearly pushing very hard to get P11, but our progress has been held back once again here, which, you know, a little bit frustrating, but what can we do? As we then jump forwards to lap, or just later on this lap actually, in the final sector now. Willow getting past Grayson. We're going to try and follow him through here. Luckily, I think Grayson once again tried to let me go here, but he is still on the inside there, so just to let him go once more.
Nice move, good job.
So back up into P11, one of our 3 targets we've now got past, as Will has gone off the track there and he's driven into the wall. Retired himself, which I think didn't go down too well with the owners, but oh well, not my problem. So let's go up into the points now as we move forwards to lap 25 down into turn 8. You can see Jack and Willow going side by side there. And then on the exit, of course, Jack and I are going to have DRS on the back of the Alfa Romeo. Very defensive there from the Alpha. Jack's going to go around the outside. I'm going to go to the inside now, make it very briefly 3 wide, and then once again he's just turned in on us. We then give him a little bit of a tap back, not intentional at all. I was honestly just me trying to stop myself spinning. And then Willow spun Jack. So once again, no words, this guy. I mean, he might watch this video, he might not. If he does, he'll see what he did, as I didn't even bother reporting this sort of stuff. Because it's the last race of the season, I don't see the point, and I wasn't in the best of moods, to say the least. Jumping forwards a lap later, however, we're going to use everything we have here, because, you know, I still see Adam as a potential like driver we can get past. We're going to get the move done now here up on the inside. We're going to a little bit deep, however, into the chicane, but just about hold on there. Another little tap there. Lucky that one didn't affect us. Because if that had affected us, then, you know, wouldn't have gone down too well as we head now down into, I think, this corner here. He actually should try to send up the inside. But we're just going to switch back, get the move back, or get the place back. Very audacious dive bomb, which we pretty much saw coming. As we're going to push on now to the final lap of the race. And we have a couple cars ahead of us. We have Fox, I think Sniffy and Adam. All drivers have penalties. We of course don't have any. I think we have 1 warning, which we got from when Willie hit us for the second time, which was up this corner's just up here. We might have a second warning. I may have attained somewhere. I can't entirely remember. But so Sniffy's on harder tyres. I think quite old ones as well. I know I'm on, well, I say fresh tyres. It's been about 11 laps now since I put them on. If I could speak English properly. As it stands, you can see Wary has won the race. 2 more corners to go, and I believe here, I know we're jumping with 2 cars ahead. I don't know about Fox's penalties. We're going to slip through the final corner, and Fox does not drop back, but we do get him in the end. He has 3 seconds, and we very much capitalised on that, taking P5 at the end then, so fairly decent drive there. I mean, maybe a podium was possible today if we didn't have those couple of setbacks. Of course, one spin, my fault completely, I put my hands up for that. I just lost the back end, but you know, I won't comment on the others. That will be it from today. Hope you have enjoyed. Do leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff as well, so feel free to share the video. Reach out to more people will also make me a very happy guy. Other than that, that will be it, so feel free to drop any comments down below as well. I will read and respond to all necessary, but that will be it from today, and I'll see you tomorrow with the next one. I'll catch you then.